Your number one station for news, talk, and farm reports. Blaine County Radio.
The kind of water you drink says a lot about the type of person you are. Flow. It's time to take hydration seriously. Flow. Your local water is terrible. It's time to make hydration real. Flow. That's why we filtered it, put it in a fancy bottle, and are marketing it using famous actors. Flow. It's time to make hydration creative. Are you still drinking tap water? What's wrong with you? Flow. It's time to make hydration flow. Drink Flow. Infused with oxygen and hydrogen. Flow. If you're active or at least want to appear to be, there's only one hydration solution. Flow.
Hi, I'm Jock Cranley, former Vinewood stuntman, actor, and now highly qualified candidate for governor. I hate immigrants, gays, the crippled. God, I really hate the crippled. I can't stand unions, cops, old ladies. The thing is, at least you know I'm a dick. Most people fall in love with a politician, and as soon as they are elected, they say, wow, this guy's an asshole. With me, you know from the beginning, I want to be your asshole. I used to be a stuntman and TV actor. I cannot understand policy at all. I need to reduce things to a really basic level. I'm perfect for higher office. Listen, the state of San Andreas is in big trouble. We've cared about people for far too long. I'm not extending a helping hand. I'm giving you all the finger. I will throttle the deficit just like I used to throttle bad guys. Vote for me, Jock Cranley.
This message paid for by Jock Cranley for governor. 96.5 FM, Blaine County Radio, the agenda of billionaires.
Are you about to get some ass whooping?
Presented in simplistic, folksy terms so idiots are convinced to vote for us.
Whoa, yeah!
There we go!
96.5 FM, Blaine County Radio, home of the Patriot.
Weasel News.
Could an asteroid hit Earth next week?
A local woman found love from government spying.
Apocalypse News.
Scientists say the asteroid known as QC7 will be dangerously close to Earth next week. If a collision occurs, the 1.5-mile wide space rock would cause catastrophic damage and most certainly wipe out our species. Space rocks have tried to annihilate mankind before. 50,000 years ago, an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs after a man foolishly listened to his woman and ate a piece of forbidden fruit. Scientists warn the asteroid will pass 20 million miles from Earth, which they say is really, really close.
Jeanette Adams says she is so glad the government has been collecting phone records and reading citizens' email and text messages. If it hadn't been for that, she might still be single. FIB agent Kenny Bryan contacted her out of the blue after reading her private email and postings on Life Invader. The couple are now engaged. Officials point to these kinds of heartwarming stories in defense of the much-publicized surveillance program.
This was Weasel News.
Heritage, not hate.
Hey, come on!
Well, some hate.
There we go!
But only as liberals. 96.5 FM, Blaine County Radio. Coming up next, it's Blaine County Radio Community Hour and a rebroadcast of the podcast by Ron Jakowski.
The missiles are airborne. America, you have 6 minutes before you are annihilated.
The dead have risen and are feasting on living humans. We're at the scene.
Do you have ED? Why, secret government experiments have already made you impotent.
Chilling words, of course. But something that you will probably hear soon, or would if it wasn't being kept secret from us by the lamestream media and all the other gatekeepers. Well, today on Blaine County Radio Community Hour, I, Ronald Jakowski, say screw your gates. I will show you how close we are to death by robopocalypse and how little freedom we really have. Open your ears, people! Thanks to the collapse in media advertising, local stations such as this have eliminated their staffs and allowed volunteer truth seekers like me to finally be heard. Shit, where's that sound effect button? I'm the one to tell you the truth. There will be no more lies. In today's show, we'll look at the drug trade, at private security, at breasts, at prepper roadkill recipes, and the Soviet-style purge of this state that is coming. At the alien Lord Zaffo and how his reign on Earth led to the development of human agriculture, and at food additives. Yellow f***ing number 5. Do I need to say more? Yellow f***ing number 5. President Joe H. Lawton probably snorts rows of the stuff with his father and grandfather. These are some serious Illuminatis, along with lots of other people. And who gives a rat's ass about the space station? What are they doing up there? Growing genetically modified wheatgrass in space and having taxpayer-funded zero-G swinger parties? All paid for by borrowing money from mega banks? The mega bank occupation is here. There's a bank and a drugstore on every corner, so you can get indebted for life by borrowing money. Walk next door and you buy drugs to numb your pain. That's the country we've let them create. Thank you very much. Let's hear some of the messages people have left on the Truth Seeker hotline. Remember, you can leave a message for the show anytime at 273-555-0155.
Hi, Ron. My name's Jerry. I'm nervous, too. I listen to your podcast show thing here on the radio. I'm tired of this healthcare bullshit, too. Some liberal doctor gonna tell me I have diabetes? I call bullshit. Goddamn liar. I eat what I want, motherfucker. Just like my great-grandpappy. He was in the Donner Party. Now that's some American ingenuity right there.
Exactly, Jerry. These Beltway circle jerks aren't going to get away with what they're doing. Like you, I'm really worried about civilization. If people are actually going to take health advice from the government, then they deserve what they get. Next message.
Hey, thanks for all that you do for the war on our minds, Ron. I love your show. We gotta fight this conservative plot to return America to a pre-industrial state in which a few corporations own everything. Seriously, I mean, thanks to Big Pharma, all my children are crippled from vaccines.
They're crippled because you drink and drive.
Woman, I'm calling into a radio show. Shut your trap. It's the vaccines. I know it. We all know, it's common knowledge, polio's like a snake bite. Once you catch it, you just suck out the poison. People in wheelchairs are quitters. Anyway, Ron, let me know how to carry on the fight.
Well, vaccines might have blinded your children, but it turns out Mother was right after all. Masturbating will make you go blind, at least to your own self-loathing for 60 seconds. And if you take enough of those Molus pills, you can go blind forever. Speaking of blindness, here's another sensory overload. Smell. I just read this online. Did you know you can defecate in a jar, ferment it for 2 weeks in the sun, and then get high off the vapors? The circle of life goes in your mouth, out your ass, and back in again, especially if you're smoking toilet cleaner. This is the unfortunate story of America today. A peace-loving, respectable place where your friends steal your wife and then you lose everything trying to be a nice guy. And then you wind up in a trailer in the desert all alone. And your drug-dealing neighbor takes you under his wing and life goes really wacko. But there's also a dark side. Red f***ing alert! Listen, if you legally own, I don't know, say 400 or 500 guns, and you meet another law-abiding citizen in the desert and you sell those guns, which are your property, to them for entirely legitimate reasons, as is your constitutional right, the government will send a drone to spy on you. It's unbelievable. Well, we all know if you corner a mammal, it will fight back. Except chinchillas or lemmings or a few others that just lay down like a pussy. But trust me, I'm not a pussy. I am working on drone jamming technology. You ain't spying on me. I mean, this is a dark place run by aliens looking to suck the blood out of your veins, enabled by do-gooders who are looking to steal the guns from your home. And trust me, it's all part of a Judeo-Christian Muslim plot to make their religion seem overly important so people don't ask the real questions about what it all means. I've said it before and I will say it again. Open your ears. And if you want an Open Your Ear t-shirt, then send me a text. Next message left on the line was from this guy.
Hey, I really like watching people die.
Thanks for calling. I tell you what, I tell you what. People say I'm nervous and paranoid, but I'm not. I'm not, dear listeners, because I'm not nervous. I'm fearful, and I'm not paranoid because this stuff is true. There is a whole secret world that is kept hidden from us that makes everything make sense, and I understand it, more or less. And it's my mission to help you understand it too. You see, my buddy, my friend, my mentor in my new life, we'll just call him Philip. Philip Travers. Yes, his name's Philip. Well, my friend Philip, he's such a guy, a man. I really want to get him on my next show, but man, he doesn't want to. He even left this message.
Ron, you there? You better not put me on your show, you fucking prick, or I'll drink the blood from your still pumping veins.
What a guy. Anyway, he thinks it's not true. Thinks I'm paranoid. But he's wrong. And that's the thing. Smart people, the most brilliant people, like Philip Trevor, whatever, they don't get it. They don't get it, and that's the point. Big science and big pharma, that's how the whole house of cards works. They've tricked the clever people into actually believing their nonsense. It's the genius of the thing. Get the clever people and the stupid people will follow. Right? Wrong. I'm leading a stupid person fight back. One idiot at a time. Here's a message left for the show.
Hi, Ron. Your show is great. I listen when I'm out metal detecting. In case you don't know, metal detecting's hunting for metallic objects. You know, using a detector. I find all kinds of stuff, mostly made of metal. Once I found an expensive engagement ring, and I fantasized about the woman that wore it. Would it be like to be with her, caress her, stick a knife in her throat, you know, just like a real wife? You can find a lot of clues to conspiracies with a metal detector, like the one about bees being gay. Anyway, what do you think, Ron? Love the show. I'll hang up now.
Here's what I think. The bees have disappeared because they know that the shit is about to go down. You know how a horse gets nervous before you take a semen sample? So you have to talk real nice to it, rub its chin, and then grab his member and crank the life out of it. Now, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the show Beyond Insemination, which is also on this channel. But what isn't on this channel until now, listeners, is the startling fact that in the ancient text of the Sumerians, they talk about the Anunnaki, lizard beings that descend from the sky. This is in Mesopotamia, which is modern-day Iraq. All those wars over there start to make sense now, huh? It's not about oil. It's about lizard people hiding among us. Here's what I know. You're a searcher. You seek truth. We won't be tricked. I'm leading a rebellion of the stupid people. A goddamn rebellion, man. A real one, because we're the last hope. For mankind, I mean. The smart people, the geniuses, they've already been taken. Zappo's got them. Big science has got them. Big pharma, big soy, big corn. These soy corn-holing assholes. Which takes us to our next listener who called in. Really interesting stuff.
Ron, I'm tired of soy. And I am definitely tired of soy sauce. I'm tired of soy latte drinking bitches. I went to a restaurant and some geisha has the audacity to hand me a hot towel. She thinks I should take a bath in front of everyone in the restaurant. It ain't decent. It's a fucking insult. And then she tries to give me some shit called edamame. Those are damn soybeans. You ain't fooling me. 10 of them little fuckers and they want to charge you $5. What do you think, Ron? That soy bullshit gave me man boobs. I've got my hands on them right now. I'm hanging up now. I'm getting all excited again.
Interesting. Big soy, big corn, or big con. They pulled this lie with contrails. They did it with contrails. Contrails only work on people with an IQ over 150. Cons! Like we're all idiotic convicts staring at lines in the sky. If preaching this truth is wrong, I don't want to be right. What they do is make you believe contrails don't work. It's genius. Listen, burn your computer right now. By my math, we've got less than 3 months left. Seriously. Either that or 30,000 years. It depends on the math. I used to be an accountant. Before I understood everything, I was like you, a drone being harvested. Not the kind of drone that vaporizes people from space. And somebody explained to me why we have the largest military budget in the world, bigger than all the other nations combined, but it's just a bunch of assholes playing with remote-control planes. They can work from home, harvesting innocent people. Well, no one is going to harvest me. I'm beyond harvesting. I don't eat any corn products at all. Not even sweet corn. But when they land in full, and come they will, because some of them are already here, man. They're already here. That terrifies me, and it should terrify the hell out of you. Hold on. Back to the Truth Seeker line.
Yeah, I did like you said on the last show. I've been doing them prepper Kegel exercises so I can store rations in my ass once the abduction comes, because we all know that in the prisons of Lord Zappo, only the truly prepared will survive. At this particular juncture, in my ass, I got a pound of rice, 2 energy bars, a commemorative plate, a tiny saw, a deck of cards, an itty-bitty radio, some loose change, a prophylactic, a masonry bit, a first aid kit, a nudie magazine, a carton of cigarettes, some chewing tobacco, a copy of my medical records, and a mammogram pillow. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to sleep on the cold, hard cell floor.
That's great work. Listeners, let me make one thing clear. I'm not paranoid. I'm not even delusional. This is Blaine County Community Radio, brought to you in association with Pill Farm, Buddy's Trucking, Larry's RV Sales of Blaine County, and U-Tool. Because blue-collar guys aren't geniuses, and neither are you. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Question: big corporations, harmless, greedy capitalists, or secret, sharing, obsessed communists? I'll let you be the judge. Listen to this thing I read last week. Shit. I wrote it down here somewhere. I read it online. Serious dark internet web shit. Big brains. Solar ecology, lunar infrared capitalism stuff. Oh yeah. And when I was growing up, we had 9 planets. Now it's 8? Where did the other one go? I mean, that is some shit when you can be the government and make a planet disappear. Where did they put it? And who's living there? Here's another fan of the show.
Ron, I think you're right. We're out of tune with the Earth. I've been on a mission to be like the ancient civilizations of South America. When you make a habit of having elaborate sexual rituals with virgins that die at the end, you get a whole new outlook on life. I'm a changed man. I've never felt better. I really like virgins.
Exactly. South America. When I was growing up, people in the South of America spoke English. But that goes to show you, it's about the dark antimatter of money and how the banks and politicians have been corrupted by the Illuminati in a totally different way to the way you imagine. Red alert, people! Banks aren't just about lending you money so you are a slave to the system. They actually enslave you by capturing your DNA at the very moment you open your account, and then use that DNA to build a replicant of you that lives in the same house as the one you live in, only in cyberspace. And you have to keep leveling up and buying shit for your character. And that's the truth everyone ignores. There's a virtual me right now, somewhere, and I intend on finding him and killing him.
Ron, I've been wanting to call your show for a while and leave a message. What you said about doppelgangers is true. I have a doppelganger, and we have sex, and it's not remotely creepy or gay at all.
I wish you would have left her callback number, because I would have warned her. Listen to me, all you twins out there, it's an abomination. You have to kill your twin in their sleep, tonight, right now, immediately. And for that matter, kill the alien mother that spawned you. She's got a cloning factory in that DNA disaster of a womb. back to banks and the alternative reality. They not only want you to default, but also sometimes they switch people for their own avatars. So the question becomes, of course, am I me or my own digital reflection? Sometimes when I drink, things get all pixely. It's pretty out there stuff, I know, but stick that in your garden, wind spinner, and blow it out your ass. Ha! In Brussels, they have a little boy who pees into a fountain and people drink it. No wonder the euro is such a mess. F***ing pee drinkers. And to think the courts called me creepy? Let's get back to this plot by the banks to use your DNA to build, entirely with your legal permission in documents you signed, a digital slave avatar of you. And that slave version will one day replace you, only it won't have free will at all. You know how they do it? I've said it 1,000 times. Memory foam. Here's a caller that agrees with me.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, it said wait for the beep, but anyway, what you said about memory foam on your last show, that scares the shit out of me. I got one of those memory foam beds. I think it's listening. When I black out, I bang a fat girl. And then she's not there the next day. But I know because there's a big dent there the next morning. That bed remembers. It's downloading my memories and my life every night while I sleep. Ron, I'm scared.
Memory foam. No wonder you're getting such a comfortable night's sleep, America. Wake up! Open your ears! We are going to drag those demon mattresses out into the square of every city and burn them. And those memories and spirits will be set free, like that movie about the Ark of the Covenant. Right, let's play another message we got on the high security, untraceable, truth seeker, podcast caller messaging system just yesterday. Here, listen to this. It's genius. Real genius. Really makes things clear about the way the dental profession is designed to let people implant heavy metals directly into your brain. Not to make you crazy, but so certain high security government agencies can read your thoughts.
Hi, Ron. Big fan of the show. Real big fan. Look, I want to make things real clear about the way the dental profession is designed to let people implant heavy metals directly into your brain. Not to make you crazy, but so certain high-security government agencies can read your thoughts.
See? Here. Open your ears. Seriously. I heard there's a government facility somewhere in Blaine County that's developing a nerve toxin so powerful a single drop could turn the West Coast into a bunch of vapid asswipes who stare at the sun and have forgotten how to read. No, wait. That's my little joke. Stay on your toes, people, because someone is out to get you, and you're probably paying for the privilege. Remember, if you got something for me, Ron Jakowski, then call or email the show. Until next time, someone is reading your thoughts, so make sure they're scrambled.
Blaine County Radio, because we know tax is theft and barbecue is king.
Oh, yeah!
Home of the Patriot. Blaine County Radio.
Windsor Real Estate for super prestige, top value, investment grade, lifestyle defining, timeless class but effortlessly informal. Live your life like it's out of a catalog. In an environmentally precarious area, biodiversity, seismic turbulence, and scarce resources, nothing makes more sense than building a French chateau with a 25-acre lawn in the desert. Fabulous views. Look down on people. Live the American dream. Residing in a mansion waited on by immigrants who hate you. Windsor Real Estate. Real estate at the highest price imaginable. It's who you are.